Fujifilm might be preparing one of the most anticipated rangefinder-style cameras of the decade, and the leaks surrounding the Fujifilm X-Pro4 are starting to look far too consistent to ignore. A possible 40-megapixel APS-C trans sensor, in-body image stabilization, a redesigned hybrid viewfinder, and next-generation autofocus all point to a massive jump from the older X-Pro3. If Fujifilm really releases the Fujifilm X-Pro4 this year, it could redefine premium street and documentary photography. The biggest and most repeated leak is the sensor. Multiple sources claim the Fujifilm X-Pro4 will use a 40-megapixel APS-C trans CMOS sensor, almost certainly related to the same generation seen in the Fujifilm X106 and Fujifilm X-E5. This would give the Fujifilm X-Pro4 a significant resolution jump over the previous 26-megapixel sensor. Higher resolution matters because Fujifilm users rely on compact prime lenses, and a 40-megapixel sensor allows tighter cropping, more detail in portraits, and cleaner landscape work without moving to the larger GFX medium format system. The interesting question is whether Fujifilm will pair this sensor with a new image pipeline or simply drop it into the classic Pro body. Almost every rumor points toward in-body image stabilization. The Fujifilm X-Pro3 skipped stabilization, and that was one of the most divisive decisions Fujifilm made. With so many small aperture street primes like 23mm, 35mm, and 50mm being used handheld at night, stabilization is no longer a luxury. If the Fujifilm X-Pro4 receives a modern stabilization system, low-light photography, handheld long exposure work, and video recording all get a major upgrade. For many users, this alone makes the Fujifilm X-Pro4 feel like a real generational leap instead of a minor refresh. But the heart of the X-Pro series is the hybrid optical and electronic viewfinder, and this is where Fujifilm reportedly wants a major redesign. The Fujifilm X-Pro3 had a unique optical finder with switchable magnification and a bright electronic overlay. The leaks suggest a larger, brighter electronic display with a higher refresh rate, improved parallax correction, and better focusing aids. Autofocus itself is another huge talking point. With the X processor 5 powering cameras like the Fujifilm X-H2S and Fujifilm X106, subject detection has become dramatically faster. Face tracking, eye tracking, vehicle tracking, animal detection, and improved continuous autofocus could make the Fujifilm X-Pro4 a far more capable professional tool. The older X-Pro3 was loved for styling, but not for speed. The leaks hint at a camera that looks analog but performs like a modern flagship. Video is where rumors split. Some sources claim that the Fujifilm X-Pro4 will target pure still photography and keep video basic with 4K at 60 frames per second and 10-bit recording. Others believe Fujifilm will include strong internal codecs and possibly external RAW output through HDMI. However, the X-Pro lineup has always been a photographer-first series, so expecting Fujifilm X-H2S level video would be unrealistic. Design leaks and concept art show a slightly larger grip, a more familiar rear screen instead of the hidden flip design of the X-Pro3, and a tougher top plate with weather sealing. Some sources even mention titanium returning for the top cover, although that is not confirmed. An articulating screen is possible, but many Fujifilm shooters prefer the simplicity of a fixed or tilt-only panel for street shooting. The release date is still the biggest mystery. Some rumor sites say late this year, others say early next year. But multiple Fujifilm interviews confirm that the X-Pro line is not discontinued, and that Fujifilm wants the next model to be a major upgrade, not a small refresh. If all of these leaks line up, the Fujifilm X-Pro4 could be the most important APS-C camera launch of the year. Classic styling, a hybrid optical and electronic viewfinder, an enhanced sensor, in-body image stabilization, next-generation autofocus, and better low-light performance would make it a true successor worthy of the X-Pro name.